Trade up to a better future. Trade up to a job you enjoy. Trade up to trade school. At Midwest Technical Institute, you get the skills you need to start a career that moves you up in life. Start your journey today at midwesttech.edu.
There are moments in life that deserve to be experienced to the fullest. And when it comes to driving, you deserve a vehicle that elevates every journey. Introducing Springfield Kia's K4. Why not lease this 2025 K4 LXS front-wheel drive for only $209 per month for 24 months? Or drive away when you purchase a 2025 K4 with 2.9% interest for only 48 months. These offers are good while supplies last at Springfield Kia, where we really do make it easy for you.
Lift, sculpt, and tighten. No surgery, no downtime. Ready to glow? Beauty Wellness Co. is the first in a 150-mile radius to bring you SoftWave, a cutting-edge ultrasound treatment that boosts collagen, elastin, and hyaluronic acid for a youthful, lifted look. Book your appointment today.
In this job, you take your eye off it for 1 second. People can die. Did a great thing today. It's all because of you.
Chicago Fire, next Friday at 8/7 Central on My Network TV.
And straight ahead here tonight at 9, it's Memorial Day weekend finally. Supposed to be the unofficial kickoff for summer, but not quite feeling like it out there. Details on a gloomy forecast, including timing on when you might be able to finally venture back outdoors. And financial relief on the way for people in several Missouri counties cleaning up from the spring's storms. Your News at 9 starts right now.
This is Ozarks First News at 9.
The holiday weekend has officially started, but with it comes a lot of rain chances. Here's a live look tonight of our Lake of the Ozarks. Also pretty cloudy up there as your Friday evening wraps up. Thanks for joining us here for your News at 9. I'm Mike Landis. Chances for storms and even some thunderstorms will headline this weekend's forecast, but will it be enough to cause chaos for your outdoor plans? Meteorologist Matt Hefner here with the latest on the timing of those storms. Matt?
We're going to have kind of some opportunities of thunderstorms. It's not just going to be a downpour the entire time, but there's going to be really more waves that come and go, and definitely tonight's going to be one of those opportunities that we get a wave that kicks in, and we'll have some sunshine that can come back out Saturday afternoon. So that's one of those periods where we get things to shut down, but this is what's happening right now. We kind of have this band of rain that's setting up for places really in Vernon County and also extending all the way down into Taney County. This is subsevere. I'm expecting it to stay subsevere. It has been producing, I think, in a few pockets, like closer to Branson, maybe pea-sized hail right now in that area, but anything beyond that hasn't really been happening. We have to wait until we really get past midnight where these thunderstorms start to expand and become more widespread, pick up a little bit in intensity. Expecting a whole lot of rain that's going to be coming. Look at this bullseye areas. For places that are really in the corner of Missouri, the corner of Arkansas, I think half a foot of rain will absolutely be possible. And here in Springfield, we're probably shooting for somewhere between about 2 to 4 inches of rainfall. These totals start to taper off the further off you get to really the northeast, but still a whole lot of rain is going to be coming back. Could have some hail that returns in some of these stronger thunderstorms that will be coming the overnight hours. But I'm not expecting really a tornado threat. There's a very, very small chance of that for places that are on the fringe of our viewing area. I'll mention more about that, but it's going to be a lot of rain, and we will have some periods of sunshine where people can get out and enjoy. We're going to talk about the forecast more in detail later on in the show.
All right, plenty to watch for. Thanks, Matt. Well, the weeks of waiting for disaster relief from the federal government are finally over, with President Trump today approving 2 of Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe's requests for a major disaster declaration. The first approval makes assistance available to folks impacted in 18 counties for those storms that happened March 14th and the 15th. In our area, that includes Camden, Howell, Ozark, Webster, and Wright. The second round is for storms and flooding from March 30th to April the 8th. That includes several counties, including the following list of Shannon, Texas, Webster, Howell, and Ozark. What that means, if you have damage from either of the storms, you can now apply for FEMA disaster assistance. The contact details to apply is on your screen right now. The deadline for most individual assistance programs is 60 days, so you've got about a couple of months to get that in. The additional request for April 29th storms is still under review tonight. Well, here in southwest Missouri, as we mentioned, Webster County is just one of those areas that will qualify for the FEMA funding. That's where you find Jared Henry tonight with more after speaking with community members.
Yeah, on March 14th, that tornado blew through rural Webster County. Now, at Bluth are mostly Amish communities, and we tried to speak with some of those Amish communities, but they do not really speak with TV crews because of religious reasons. But I did speak with some of their neighbors, and they tell me that they're not sure that their Amish neighbors will accept any of the money.
We appreciate the FEMA, and I just hope that the Amish does take some help. I doubt it, but I hope that they do, but I will talk to them about it and tell them, you know.
Today, President Trump announced federal funding for over a dozen Missouri counties, including multiple counties in our viewing area. The funding is to help recover from severe weather that hit on March 14th and 15th, as well as March 30th through April 8th. Rex Cole helped his Amish neighbors rebuild after the tornado. He tells me they have their own way of paying for supplies after disaster strikes.
They won't take no funds, no money. If they actually worked for me and they got hurt, they won't come to me for funding to pay for any medical bills. They take care of all their own stuff.
For the March 14th storms, federal funding is available for individuals or local government and nonprofits impacted by the severe weather. Assistance can include grants for temporary housing or home repair, low-interest loans, and other programs. Cole says he is glad the government is not overlooking rural areas like his.
That's even better to me, that they're hitting more rural areas instead of the big cities. I mean, because they need just as much funding as everybody else does. So yeah, that's a great thing, yeah.
You can find our previous coverage of those Webster County storms on our website, OzarksFirst.com. Reporting live in Webster County, I'm Jared Henry. Ozarks First.
Tonight, police in Springfield are investigating a shooting that took place just a couple of hours ago. It's happening at a home on South Broadway near the College Avenue intersection just before 7 p.m. Authorities saying 3 people were inside when a suspect began demanding money from one of the people. After the male victim asked the suspect to leave, that's when the suspect fired several shots, striking the victim. Police say the victim was taken to a hospital. No details on his condition at this time. A man from Camdenton facing even more charges in the death of an Osage Beach police officer last year. Christopher Waymeyer was originally charged with second-degree murder along with aggravated fleeing a stop, resulting in death. Court records showing that he's also charged with possession of a controlled substance. Waymeyer is accused of speeding away from a traffic stop on US 54 in August of last year. And during that pursuit, Officer Felicia Carson's vehicle skidded off the roadway and crashed into a tree. She was killed. Court documents revealed Camden County's prosecuting attorney now believes that Waymeyer was in possession of fentanyl when that incident happened. James Hickey of Nixa facing several felony sex crime charges in Christian County. That includes 2 counts of first-degree child molestation. Court documents reveal he's accused of sexually assaulting a victim that was less than 14 several times in the last 2 years. Another vacant big box store in Springfield is full again with a brand new retailer. Total Wine & More has opened its doors in Primrose Marketplace on South Glenstone. You might recall the site had been home to Bed Bath & Beyond until that company went belly up in 2023 and closed all locations nationwide. The place sat empty for nearly 2 years. Back in March, we reported that Total Wine had started construction on the new store. Since then, crews went in and gutted the old interior and rebuilt it from the ground up. Total Wine & More is one of the nation's largest superstores specializing in things like wine, beer, and spirits. It has 227 stores across the country, including 4 in the KC Metro and 4 around St. Louis. Still ahead here tonight, Memorial Day weekend finally here for us, and that means millions of travelers are taking to the roadways and the skies. How the holiday weekend might impact your travel plans.
Well, it's going to be a soggy weekend, but it's not going to be a complete downpour. There's going to be opportunities where you can get outside and have some fun for this Memorial Day weekend. I want to tell you when those are later on.
This is Ozarks First News at 9 with Mike Landis, meteorologist Matt Hefner, and sports with Dan Lucy.
In the Garden of Eden, your lingerie and more, so much more headquarters.
At Clothes Mentor, you can find like-new designer clothing at up to 70% off. With prices that low, you can shop till you drop, or surprise your special woman with a gift card. Trust us, she'll love it. Clothes Mentor, luxury for less.
Your Midwest Ford dealers believe value should drive everything we do. And with employee pricing, you pay what we pay. For 11 days only during the Memorial Day Sell-a-thon, the deals are even bigger. Get employee pricing on Ford's best-selling trucks and SUVs. But hurry, this value-driven offer is only during the Memorial Day Sell-a-thon. Get employee pricing and 0.9% APR plus $3,000 cash on a Ford F-150. But hurry, it all ends June 2nd. Go to your Midwest Ford dealers today. Driven by value.
It's been said reliable contractors are harder to find than diamonds. Lucky for you, Haven Contracting in Arkansas is that diamond in the rough. Waterproofing, wet crawl spaces, concrete and masonry work, foundation and drainage services. Haven Contracting is dedicated to excellence with our top-tier customer service and efficient installation. Give us a shout today. Haven Contracting of Arkansas, traveling the Ozarks, helping people find that diamond in the rough.
Larson Equipment Company, your hometown equipment superstore, is proud to serve the Ozarks with the largest selection of equipment attachments and an unmatched inventory of new and used equipment for all makes and models. Our friendly, experienced staff is dedicated to 100% customer satisfaction, offering quality products at prices that fit every budget. Visit us 24 hours a day at larsonequipco.com. Larson Equipment Company, your hometown equipment superstore.
You like us when we show up. You hate us when we're in your way. But trust us, you'll love when we're gone. Ballard Renovations, annoying you temporarily, impressing you permanently.
Real cases.
I feel like with him, I have become the most terrible person.
Mrs. Martinez, you matter.
Weekdays at 12 noon on Ozarks First.
At Clothes Mentor, we authenticate luxury brands and pay cash for your gently used handbags and clothes. Bring in seasonal pieces, sizes 0 to 26, and turn your closet into cash. Perfect for a wardrobe refresh. Clothes Mentor, where your style pays.
Memorial Day is here, and it's expected to be quite a record-breaking start to the summer travel season. Jonathan Seri breaks that down for us tonight.
Whether it's by plane, train, or automobile, millions of Americans are traveling for the Memorial Day weekend.
I'm going to be just relaxing on the beach with some like sangria or something.
The TSA expects to screen about 18 million passengers and crew through next Wednesday. Here in Atlanta, Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport says 63,000 team members are working round the clock to quickly get crowds through security and to their gates.
Gives us that full situation awareness of everything that's happening around the airports.
But there could be delays elsewhere. In New Jersey, the Federal Aviation Administration reduced the number of flights flying in and out of Newark due to runway construction and recent system outages.
I've been here for about a few hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours. Keeps on delaying, keeps on cancellation.
This weekend also marks the first holiday travel period with new Real ID requirements at airports. The TSA says about 93% of passengers are presenting a Real ID or an acceptable alternative, such as a passport. Travel experts say services such as Clear are also an option.
Clear members are able to upload their passport, scan it using our Clear mobile app. So when they come through the Clear lane, we take a quick snapshot of their face, compare it to their passport, and we hand off that digital document directly to TSA.
Federal officials say anyone without a Real ID or passport can still fly, but will have to face additional screening. In Atlanta, Jonathan Seri, Fox News.
Well, the FAA says flight restrictions now in place at New Jersey's largest airport will remain until at least next month. This is in line with limits imposed after a half-dozen air traffic controllers went on trauma leave following a tech outage. During that, the controllers were not able to see or communicate with planes for about 60 seconds. And then there was another outage 2 weeks ago. Despite those restrictions, Newark Liberty International filled up today as travelers made their getaways for the long holiday.
I usually come early anyhow, but since all the problems that has been going on or whatever, I made sure that I was even more earlier.
So I read that it was going to be extremely crowded, it's going to be busy, so I arrived here a couple of, 2 hours earlier.
Aviation officials saying they're working right now to address the technical problems that led to those outages. This brings us to our question of the day, and that is, will you be traveling for Memorial Day weekend? You see right there, the votes are coming in. Looks like so far most folks are staying pretty close to home. All you have to do is scan that QR code, and that'll bring you right to our website at ozarksfirst.com to cast that vote. We'll have those results for you later on in the show tonight. Once again, asking you, are you going to be traveling this weekend? Let's head to break now at 9:13 with a live look over the skies of Springfield. It is cloudy and that rain is already falling. Not going to be stopping anytime soon. We're going to be back with Matt to let us know all about those rain chances and the timing of that. Stay with us.
In the Garden of Eden, your lingerie and more, so much more headquarters.
Have you suffered an injury at work and you're struggling to get the compensation you deserve? Don't worry. We're here to help you win your case. At the Ryan E. Murphy Law Firm, we specialize in workers' compensation. We'll fight for you. Call the Ryan E. Murphy Law Firm today.
Win a backyard barbecue from Color 10 at Fox 49. Every Thursday, we head out to someone's backyard.
We can feature your backyard during the forecast.
Submit a photo of your backyard to OzarksFirst.com. While you're there, you can also register for a gift basket full of great stuff from our sponsors.
We'll do the forecast
while you and your friends enjoy our backyard barbecue.
The Ozarks First Backyard Barbecue, sponsored by Kinder's, Knorr, Hellman's, and Tyson Foods.
Hi, this is Josh with Pyramid Roofing. Have you had someone knock on your door and tell you that you have storm damage? Or they told you that you need a full roof replacement? Maybe you're looking to buy a home and want to know what's covering your potential investment. You may even have an existing leak or hot stuffy attic. Not everyone needs a new roof, and it may not be best to file a claim. Sometimes your roof can be repaired or modified to fix issues and optimize performance. If you are unsure of the proper steps to take or want an honest assessment of your specific situation, call our team today to schedule a free inspection.
Get a first look at game-winning highlights, the latest local sports news and scores, weeknights on your Fox 49 Sports Report.
The Fox 49 Sports Report is sponsored by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Indoor-outdoor carpet is low maintenance and easy to install, making it the perfect choice for sunrooms, patios, or decks. Status indoor-outdoor carpet is 49 cents per square foot after rebate. Keeping your pool clean is easy with Menards. We have everything you need to enjoy a clean swim all summer long. These large tablets treat more water, saving you money. This 25-pound container is $119.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
New cars are expensive. Rock Auto helps you fix the car you have with body parts, interior parts, and more. Do road trips, not car payments.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
The philosophy of Barry Goldberg.
More curls, more girls. He's right.
Hidden genius. The Goldbergs.
Weeknights at 10:30 on Ozarks First.
Well, every once in a while on this tower cam, we'll get a pop of lightning. Not happening too often. Maybe, oh, there was one right there as soon as I said it. Those thunderstorms not in Springfield right now. They're further down into the south, but once we really get past the overnight hour, past midnight to the really early morning hour on Saturday, more thunderstorms will fire up, become more widespread, really increase that intensity. So we're expecting a very soggy pattern. This is kind of the precursor of it so far. We've got a little bit of light rain around 5, 6 o'clock in Springfield. More is going to be coming. More is headed our way. Haven't seen too much for the month of May. We went from the wettest April that has ever been recorded to a pretty quiet May. Only a few severe weather chances sprinkled back in. I think with the setup that we have for this, looks like we are going to dodge severe weather. Kind of the setup that we have is we have a stationary boundary in place, and for so much of this spring season, we have been on the wrong side of this fence. We've been on the south side where we've been expecting strong storms, but for this one, we're on the calmer side, the cool side of this boundary. We're still going to see wet weather, and I think for the majority of people, it's going to be rain. There's going to be rumbles of thunder. There could be some small hail thrown into the mix, but we'll really dodge that severe weather chance with one exception. If you notice really close to this front, we have to watch out on the fringe of our viewing area over in Barry County, over in McDonald County, over in Carroll County, over in Benton County, where there's going to be this opportunity for some thunderstorms that could really fire up and ride this front. They'll have enough instability that this is the area, if we see any severe weather, if we see any tornado risk, if we see any damaging winds, it's kind of the area I'm pinpointing right now is along that front. But kind of ahead of that front, we're seeing some sub-severe thunderstorms that are firing up right now. These have been producing some lightning strikes. You saw that earlier in the tower cam, about 100 in every 10 minutes. And with that band of thunderstorms, thankfully these aren't too intense right now. And you kind of look at the hail, and if you've got a high-quality TV, you can start seeing some of these specs that's saying maybe pea-sized hail near Branson, maybe pea-sized hail in Stone County, maybe pea-sized hail over in Monette. Not expecting anything beyond that, and that's really a big change from where we were about a week ago as things have started to quiet down. It's kind of in these heavier clusters of thunderstorms that they can produce some hail, expecting things to really ramp up in intensity overnight tonight. Let's talk about that because I'm not expecting a downpour for all Memorial Day weekend. There will be opportunities for you to get outside. Let's talk about what's coming for tonight first, where we have kind of the thunderstorms that are pushing in now. Then once we get past that midnight hour, expecting them to really increase in coverage and to step up in intensity. Got it paused at 6 a.m. You can start to see kind of this complex of thunderstorms are going to be moving in. It could return hail. It could return those flooding rains, but look what happens on radar here. Once we get into really Saturday afternoon, things start to quiet down. I believe on Saturday we will have an opportunity to get outside and really put that rain behind us. That's Saturday afternoon. Then we wait for wave 2, and it's going to be firing up really Saturday past midnight into the start of Sunday morning, where pretty similar setup. Another wave of thunderstorms is going to grind back in. Not expecting anything too severe, except the flooding rains and some potential of hail. More rain will still be out there for Monday. So it's going to be a very soggy pattern with bursts of thunderstorms activity rather than a constant downpour that we have to get out. And look what models are spitting out. This is kind of the latest model. I don't know if I fully agree with it because it's pushing rain too far down to the south. I think Springfield can get somewhere between about 2 to 4 inches of rain. This model is kind of underdoing that. I'll find a better one for you to kind of show you later on to the show. But let's talk about the 7-day forecast because it's not really saying the official start to summer. It's more of a spring 7-day forecast where temperatures are going to be hanging out into the 70s for this week. The warmest day I have up there is only 74 degrees, and that doesn't come out until Thursday. Soggy for Saturday, soggy for Sunday. We fully wrap that up on Tuesday.
You know, the start to summer, not feeling quite like it, but it's okay to keep spring around. I mean, it's been a really nice spring, minus those severe storms, of course.
I'm sure the kids aren't complaining as long as they're like, hey, as long as I don't have to go to school, the weather can be whatever.
Yeah, still outside weather. Thanks, Matt. Well, it is now time for our annual Putting the Ozarks First campaign. We're raising money for the folks at Ozarks Food Harvest. That's to fight hunger in our community. Now, beginning Friday and running through June 27th, you can purchase Scan to Donate cards and other items at both Hy-Vees and Springfield. You'll see those big blue barrels inside the store entrances to drop those items in. Also, every Friday, Hy-Vee will be hosting Rib Night. Sounds delicious. And with that, every rib meal sold, Hy-Vee will be donating $2 to Ozarks Food Harvest. And still ahead after the break, President Trump is pushing for even more tariffs, and very few of us will be escaping this one. What he's focusing on now after this.
When I'm done, and then you're done.
Hot Bench, weekday afternoons on Ozarks First.
How does this place make pizza that does that? Honestly, no idea. But I'm going to start looking into it one slice at a time. Buy any large pizza, get a large single topping 50% off. It's not crazy. It's Casey's.
2 presidents, 2 Memorial Day specials. First at 8/7 Central, Reagan, followed by Clinton. 2 American leaders in their own words. Portrait of a Presidency. Memorial Day starting at 8/7 Central, only on News Nation.
Tuesday, a bombshell News Nation exclusive. President Biden's big secret with American farmers caught in the crosshairs.
It was discriminatory, it was unethical.
Brian Enton and the whistleblower every network wanted, but he's only talking to News Nation. Tuesday, 7/6 Central.
I'm Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey. It is my duty to protect Missouri consumers from fraud and deception. In the last year alone, we've secured over $400 million in restitution, settlements, and judgments. If you've been a victim of a fraud or scam, please report it to our office at 1-800-392-8222 or visit ago.mo.gov.
Sponsored by the Missouri Attorney General's Office.
When you bring a pet home, they become part of the family. When they pass, they deserve the same loving care that all your family members receive. At Cherish Pets Funeral Home and Crematory, we have set the new standard for pet aftercare with our full-service pet funeral home. We offer services ranging from true private cremations, burials, celebrations of life, pet tracking, and more, so your family can say a proper goodbye. Visit us online at cherishpetsfuneralhome.com to learn more. Cherished Pets, cherished memories.
Get a first look at game-winning highlights, the latest local sports news and scores, weeknights on your Fox 49 Sports Report.
The Fox 49 Sports Report is sponsored by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks.
Love conquers all, and that's what I love about this show.
Weeknights at 11 on Ozarks First.
At Casey's, we take feedback seriously. So when one person asked us to bring back our barbecue brisket pizza topped with slow-smoked brisket and tangy barbecue sauce on made-from-scratch dough, we were too nice to say no. Back for a limited time, Casey's barbecue brisket pizza. It's not crazy, it's Casey's.
Here's a live look over the White House tonight, approaching 10:30 there on the East Coast after another long day of tariff talks from President Trump. Well, iPhones and other smart devices are President Trump's latest targets for tariffs. This morning, he threatened 25% tariffs on Apple products made abroad. Maddie Biertemple has more on that for us tonight.
The S&P 500 dipped about 1% this morning after the president's social media posts. Analysts estimate the price of an iPhone would significantly increase if it were made in America.
Oh, it's a phone call. Do you mind?
A phone call to the president on his iPhone as he plans tariffs on the device.
Is that an iPhone, sir? Yeah, it's lucky it is.
President Donald Trump said he'll put 25% tariffs at the end of June on not just Apple products, but all smartphones made abroad.
It would be also Samsung and anybody that makes that product, otherwise it wouldn't be fair.
The president says he thinks tech companies can afford to make their products in America.
If they're going to sell it in America, I want it to be built in the United States. They're able to do that.
Apple would probably prefer to produce in the United States. Would if it could.
But George Washington University professor Susan Aronson says it would take a long time to develop the manufacturing capabilities and be more expensive.
The costs of labor are significantly higher in the United States than they are in India or China.
Apple CEO Tim Cook and the president have had a back and forth relationship. Cook attended his inauguration, and the president celebrated the company's plans to spend on developing AI in the U.S. during his joint address to Congress.
Tim Cook called me. He said, I cannot spend it fast enough.
State Department spokesperson Tommy Pigott says the president's trade policies will help American workers.
If you don't want to pay a tariff, come invest in America.
The president is also recommending 50% tariffs on products from the European Union starting June 1st. In Washington, I'm Maddie Biertemple.
Well, the U.S. and Iran holding their fifth round of talks today, with both countries hoping to reach new agreement on Iran's nuclear program. The progress was reported, but Washington and Tehran are at a standstill right now over one point, and that's Iran's continued enrichment of uranium. President Trump says any enrichment is off the table as part of the final deal. And if talks collapse, Israel is reportedly preparing for a major strike on Iran's nuclear facilities. As you can imagine, any attack could have serious global consequences and strain relations with President Trump, who says he does not want the U.S. drawn into another war there in the Middle East. Iran says if Israel attacks, it'll be considered the USA as a participant in that. Meantime, Ukraine and Russia starting another major prisoner swap. In fact, the largest of the war so far. The two countries agreed to return 1,000 prisoners each during their first direct peace talks in years. President Trump celebrated the news, posting congratulations to both sides and that this could lead to something big. The White House suggested the Vatican could host the next round of negotiations. The Kremlin says there was no agreement on where future talks would be, but Trump has suggested the U.S. could walk away from the table if Russia does not start negotiating sometime very soon. Still ahead in our second half hour tonight, stormy weather for Memorial Day weekend. Matt has the timing of when we'll be seeing rainfall through our neck of the woods. See you in just about 2 minutes. Stay with us.
If someone hit you and you ended up here, we can help.
The Law Office of Dr. Brad Bradshaw. Your Midwest Ford dealers believe value should drive everything we do. And with employee pricing, you pay what we pay. For 11 days only during the Memorial Day Sell-a-thon, the deals are even bigger. Get employee pricing on Ford's best-selling trucks and SUVs. But hurry, this value-driven offer is only during the Memorial Day Sell-a-thon. Get employee pricing and 0.9% APR plus $3,000 cash on a Ford F-150. But hurry, it all ends June 2nd. Go to your Midwest Ford dealers today. Driven by value.
Don't let a small tree issue grow into a big problem.
Call Canopy Tree Service. We take care of emergency tree removal, tree trimming, debris removal, stump grinding, and more. Canopy Tree Service does it all, and we're good at it. We have certified arborists on staff, we work year-round, and we offer senior and military discounts. Call locally owned and operated Canopy Tree Service now for your free estimate. Whether it's one branch or an entire tree, we have what it takes to handle the job. Canopy Tree Service. There's no job too small and no tree too tall.
Buffalo Run Casino and Resort is proud to welcome Eli Young Band to the Peoria Showplace Saturday, May 31st.
Keep on dreaming, even if it breaks your heart.
Get your tickets now for this 18 and up event at BuffaloRun.com.
Show you what he can't do, 'cause he can only show you what love ain't.
Don't miss platinum selling, award-winning Eli Young Band Saturday, May 31st at Buffalo Run Casino and Resort, where the fun never stops.
Hi, this is Brad for Womack Monument Company. If a loved one's monument has, with the passage of time, accumulated moss, algae, or environmental stains, the Womack Monument Company family is here to help. With over 64 years' experience, we will utilize the latest in equipment and modern methods to restore your monument's beauty. Please allow our family the opportunity to serve yours. Womack Monument Company in Springfield, Bolivar, Monette, Aurora, and throughout the Ozarks. For those you love, crafted by those who care.
You like us when we show up. You hate us when we're in your way. But trust us, you'll love when we're gone. Ballard Renovations, annoying you temporarily, impressing you permanently.
I need you to love me, babe.
Would you have dinner with a white man?
Yes, Justin Timberlake.
I love you so freaking much.
Weeknights at 11 on Ozarks First.
Welcome back here at 9:30 with a live look over the square in downtown Springfield. It is wet because it has been raining. Of course, a lot of folks, usually this time of year on the night before the Memorial Day weekend, heading off to nice sunny temperatures, maybe to the beach, but not this year. If they're heading out tonight, they're going to find storms. We're joined here by meteorologist Matt Hefner. Matt, even looking at the radar, this stuff is going to be with us for a while. No clearing out anytime soon.
I think it's going to be waves of thunderstorms, but I think I'll take this Memorial Day weekend over last. If you remember last, we had those EF3 tornadoes that were moving in. So not expecting anything tornadic, just a lot of rain that's going to be coming in. And this is kind of the precursor of it. You can see this kind of narrow band of sub-severe thunderstorms that are spiraling up right now. This has been producing about pea-sized hail at the largest, so nothing extreme with that. But once we really get past this midnight hour, closer to sunrise, expecting more thunderstorms that are going to spill in. Those are going to be wider. They're going to cover more of the Ozarks and definitely have more intensity that we have to watch out for. Then we're expecting more rain for Saturday night, more rain for Sunday, more rain for Monday. That's why flood watches have been issued for every county into the Ozarks. They went into effect at 7 p.m. They're going to be lasting until Monday night. Just look at the rain totals that we are going to be talking about. It is very substantial. I think a bullseye of about half a foot of rain could be possible for really the kind of southwest corner of Missouri, northwest corner of Arkansas, and these totals really start to taper off. They're further up to the north and to the east that you get. But this is going to be enough rain to cause problems for flooding. Positive news is I don't think it's going to be just a downpour the whole time. There's going to be periods where the rain will stop. You're going to be able to get outside and enjoy this Memorial Day weekend for some periods of time. I think one of those periods is going to be Saturday afternoon before another wave is going to be set of thunderstorms to march back in. So breaking down the timing of all these storms, talking about the totals later on the show, Mike.
We'll take advantage of that small window. Thanks, Matt. Well, FEMA announcing today that federal disaster assistance is coming to Missouri following all that severe weather that we saw in March and also in April. Here in southwest Missouri, Webster County is one of several areas that will be seeing some of those funds. And that's where you find Ozarks First Jared Henry tonight. Jared, you spoke with some neighbors and you found out that some folks that could qualify for the money may not even want it.
Yeah, Mike, on March 14th, a tornado blew through rural Webster County, hitting mostly the Amish communities. Now, we didn't get to speak with any of the Amish in the area on camera because of religious reasons, but we did get to speak with some of their neighbors, and they tell us they're not even sure their Amish neighbors will accept any of the money.
We appreciate the FEMA, and I just hope that the Amish does take some help. I doubt it, but I hope that they do, but I will talk to them about it and tell them, you know.
Today, President Trump announced federal funding for over a dozen Missouri counties, including multiple counties in our viewing area. The funding is to help recover from severe weather that hit on March 14th and 15th, as well as March 30th through April 8th. Gwen Reed lives just down the road from an Amish home that was hit hard by the tornado.
It was pretty devastating and pretty scary. When it hits so close to here, it makes you a little more alert. It's okay, tune in. When they're saying go to the basement, you better go to the basement.
For the March 14th storms, federal funding is available for individuals or local government and nonprofits impacted by the severe weather. Assistance can include grants for temporary housing or home repair, low-interest loans, and other programs. Rex Cole helped his Amish neighbors rebuild after the tornado. He tells me they have their own way of paying for supplies after disaster strikes.
They won't take no funds, no money. If they actually worked for me and they got hurt, they won't come to me for funding to pay for any medical bills. They take care of all their own stuff.
The Webster County Office of Emergency Management tells me they have not received many details on the specifics of the funding or how much the county can receive. Cole says he is glad the government is not overlooking rural areas like his.
That's even better to me, that they're hitting more rural areas instead of the big cities. I mean, because they need just as much funding as everybody else does. So yeah, that's a great thing, yeah.
Reed says even though her property was not damaged, she is thankful for federal funding because she knows how hard it can be to rebuild and recover.
I'm glad that our government has things set up like FEMA to help people, you know, because things are expensive. More so now than they used to be.
You can find our previous coverage of the Webster County tornado on our website, OzarksFirst.com. Reporting live in Webster County, I'm Jared Henry. Ozarks First.
Well, thank you, Jared. Meantime, the governor of Arkansas says President Trump will soon deliver some storm relief for folks in her state. Sarah Huckabee Sanders previously asked for a major disaster declaration in response to this storm, but did not hear back from Trump for all this time. Individual assistance will now be available for people impacted by the storms. County and local government expenses will now be covered by public assistance if it's needed. Well, investigators are still trying to find out the cause of a plane crash in San Diego that killed 6 people and also left several other people hurt. The aircraft crashing just before 4 a.m. in Murphy Canyon earlier this week, and that is the military's largest housing neighborhood. That small jet took off from New Jersey, making a quick stop in Wichita before plunging from the sky over that neighborhood in California, hitting a power line and then crashing into a home.
So the one permanently destroyed is this one right here behind us. We have damage to multiple homes down to the west of us on the street. That damage will be assessed.
Well, a company called the music agency Sound Talent Group said that there is some employees that died in that crash, including co-founder Dave Shapiro, who was listed as the airplane's owner. The NTSB will remain on the scene there in San Diego for several days to look through the evidence. Well, in Germany, several people were hurt during a stabbing attack at a Hamburg train station. A female was arrested. Police say she targeted several people on a train platform in that downtown area. Several victims had life-threatening injuries. Authorities there are still searching for a motive. Meantime, back here in the Ozarks, camera crews are at Lake of the Ozarks this summer following police officers for the second season of A&E's show called Ozarks Law. That show gives viewers a first-hand look at 2 small police departments as they deal with the pressure of patrolling and ensuring safety at Lake of the Ozarks during the busy tourist season. The show first premiered on A&E back in January. The air date for season 2 expected to be revealed sometime later on this year. Well, Harvard is suing the Trump administration. This all coming after the government's decision to block the school from enrolling foreign students while forcing current international students to transfer or lose their legal status. The White House says it made the order after claiming Harvard failed to provide behavioral records of those student visa holders the department requested, including footage of campus protests during the past 5 years. A federal judge blocked the administration's move, and that left Harvard's 7,000 foreign students in limbo. Meanwhile, Columbia University is also being accused of ignoring discrimination against Jewish students. Administration officials say they'll keep looking for unsafe environments at colleges nationwide. Up next, Sunday is a big day for motorsports fans. Why those fans are filling the stands this weekend in Indianapolis.
This is Ozarks First News at 9 with Mike Landis, meteorologist Matt Hefner, and sports with Dan Lucy.
In the Garden of Eden, your lingerie and more, so much more headquarters.
Whether you're a first-time do-it-yourselfer or you're third generation, Rock Auto has all the parts your car will ever need.
All the It's your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
Hey guys, there's a change in the air.
2 changes.
2 changes. Isn't that where the dog beds go?
Yeah.
And no matter how perfect things are now, and you don't want them to change,
It'll be fine.
yeah, that's all I'm saying. I told you it'd be fine.
The 3-row luxury TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe.
Get special offers on select Lexus TX models.
At Three Stone Homes, more home, less money is more than a catchy slogan. It's the reason we choose the highest quality, most energy efficient homes with the greatest value to sell in the Ozarks. It's why we stage each home to paint the picture, to simulate living in the home. It's the difference between selling a home and helping families find the home of their dreams without mortgaging their future. Come on out to Rogersville and see why we say,
Three Stone Homes, more home, less money.
Win a backyard barbecue from Color 10 at Fox 49. Every Thursday, we head out to someone's backyard.
We can feature your backyard during the forecast.
Submit a photo of your backyard to OzarksFirst.com. While you're there, you can also register for a gift basket full of great stuff from our sponsors.
We'll do the forecast while you and your friends enjoy our backyard barbecue.
The Ozarks First Backyard Barbecue, sponsored by Kinder's, Knorr, Hellman's, and Tyson Foods.
Here at Senior Age, do you know about all of the services we offer?
Did you know? If you recently lost health insurance, we can help with Marketplace.
Did you know we can help with Medicare savings programs?
Did you know if you're thinking about retiring before your Medicare starts, we can help you make that happen with Marketplace Insurance.
Let Senior Age help with your Marketplace insurance needs. Call us today or visit our website for more information.
The Connors. They put the fun
We all get a family tattoo.
in dysfunctional.
Here's a sinking ship. Doesn't get more Connor now.
Weekdays at 4.
The 109th running of the Indianapolis 500 is just days away, and as you can see there, drivers are gearing up for that big race. Now, more than 350,000 people will be at the famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway to watch 33 drivers compete for a chance to win the iconic race. Now, it's the only second grandstand sellout in the race's history, and on Sunday, the small town of Speedway, Indiana, becomes the second largest city in that state. The drivers will be focused on the task ahead, as they say they will be feeling the crowd's energy.
So I was always a car kid and was a mechanic for many years. I'm I guess a dyed-in-the-wool enthusiast, I would say. I just enjoy it.
The green flag waving on the 109th Indy 500 at 12:45 Sunday, and by the end of the day, one driver's name will be going into the history books and will be forever known as an Indy 500 champion. That's a title only 75 people have ever been able to claim. And back here in Springfield, the Mid-America Street Ride Nationals are back at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. Of course, it's one more year for friends and family to take in some nostalgia this Memorial Day weekend. Now, Weems Callahan may be from Wisconsin, but almost every summer he spends right here in Springfield for at least 3 days. He's one of thousands of people venturing to the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds for the event. He says his love for cars goes way back.
So I was always a car kid and was a mechanic for many years. I'm I guess a dyed-in-the-wool enthusiast, I would say. I just enjoy it.
The event featuring indoor vendors as well as an autocross where people older than 16 can take a ride around a course that'll be open tomorrow from 8 to 5 and Sunday from 8 to 12:30.
Well, after the break, we're going to be taking a peek at the weekend forecast. Here's a hint. It's going to be raining. How much and when can we kind of get some breaks from the rainfall? Answering those questions right after the break.
Did you know that North America's most biodiverse heirloom farm is right in your backyard? Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company in Mansfield is a wonderland of rare and beautiful varieties from around the world, and they're yours to explore. Come and stroll through the gardens and tour the greenhouses. Browse through the seed store, stop for a coffee in the boutique, and savor the tranquility of a garden in bloom. It's an oasis from the everyday and an heirloom gardener's paradise. Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company.
Calling all heroes to America's #1 theme park. There's a new indoor family coaster at Silver Dollar City. Fire in the Hole.
Run, boys, run, don't be slow. Fire on the mountain, fire in the hole. Run, boys, run, don't be slow. Fire on the mountain, fire in the hole.
Take a ride on the fiery side. Head to your local Taco Bell and save on your next visit to Silver Dollar City.
If you or someone you love has experienced ironing board rage, it could be a sign of a more serious disorder known as closet clutteritis. Don't worry, we can help. Concepts by Design can redesign and rebuild your closet into a beautiful, functional space in just weeks. While we can't eliminate all ironing board frustrations, we can design and create a beautiful, organized closet for all your favorite things.
Transform your outdoor space with the click of a button. Enjoy the outdoors on your terms with motorized shades from Springfield Sun Control. You can open or enclose your patio, deck, or balcony and enjoy ventilated, pest-free comfort day and night. The motorized or manual shades retract out of sight and blend with your home's decor. Don't wait. Call us today and take advantage of our Memorial Day savings. Springfield Sun Control. Rain or shine, we've got you covered.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
Get a first look at game-winning highlights, the latest local sports news and scores, weeknights on your Fox 49 Sports Report.
The Fox 49 Sports Report is sponsored by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks.
The Xfinity Series drivers gear up for another high-speed showdown. Feel the energy live at Nashville. Get your tickets now at NASCAR.com/tickets. Don't miss your chance to experience the Xfinity Series live and in person.
Getting steady rain in Springfield, but every once in a while you see some flashes of lightning as we have some thunderstorms getting closer to Clever, Republic. There was one right there, and then we have another cell a little bit closer to Ash Grove and Bodark. So steady rain in Springfield right now. We're surrounded by thunderstorms to our south, and I think once we get closer to really Saturday morning, kind of past that overnight hour, more thunderstorms will start to roll back in, and that's when the bulk of this rain is going to be arriving. It comes in some massive waves that we have to get through, and I think a positive part is most of these waves are aligning to come in the overnight hours when you're trying to sleep, and I think we can get some periods of calm weather during the daytime, but look at your rain chances for Saturday. I almost want to bump these up even higher, get 85, 95, 80%. I almost feel like those numbers need to be a little bit higher with those rain chances because it is looking like some widespread rain and some thunderstorms that could be returning, but it's not going to be a downpour throughout all of Memorial Day weekend. This is what I'm expecting for Saturday. I think we definitely have rain to start the day. Then once we get closer to the afternoon hour, these rain chances start to fall off, and I'm expecting a pause in the rain by the time we get into really Saturday afternoon throughout Saturday evening. That's good because I know a lot of people have plans for this Memorial Day weekend. Some people want to try to get out on the lake. I know we have car shows that are going on at the Ozark Empire Fairground. Hopefully we can get that rain to stop, but this is going to be the setup for that. We have a boundary that's in place, and we have been on the wrong side of this boundary so much throughout this spring season. Thankfully, we're going to be on the colder side of the boundary, which is really going to limit severe weather chances. I do have to mention, throughout the next couple days, we have to pay attention for areas that are really close to this boundary. That is kind of the fringe of our viewing area over in Carroll County, over in Barrow County, over in McDonald County. That's an opportunity where we could see some stronger severe weather form as storms try to really ride that front. But this is how it looks on radar right now. You're starting to see kind of these chaining of sub-severe thunderstorms taking place, and they're firing up for areas that are just south of Springfield. It's coming with lightning, about 150 lightning strikes every 10 minutes. That's what our system is estimating, and about pea-sized hail. Not expecting anything larger than that. You can start to see maybe dime-sized hail over in Republic. If you are getting hail reports, it's something I like to hear about. You can send those in. I'll try to show them off on air, but this is kind of the precursor to what we're expecting later on tonight, where a more intense round of thunderstorms is going to be firing up once we get into really past midnight and closer to those early morning hours on Saturday. You can start to see all the thunderstorms taking place. Not too concerned about severe weather. We may get some hail with it. I'm not really concerned about tornadoes. I'm not really concerned about damaging winds. Flooding is another thing that we have to watch out for. So we have the thunderstorms in place. It's Saturday, 6 a.m. Look at this model. By the time we get into the afternoon, expecting rain to wrap, may even get some peaks of sunshine that are going to come in to finish the day off on Saturday. Then we wait for the next wave of thunderstorms that takes place really past that midnight hour on Saturday into the start of Sunday morning hour. And then a very similar pattern will push that out. I can't guarantee you we will be dry Sunday afternoons. We can see a better chance of scattered showers that will be taking place. But thankfully, kind of these large waves, these large bursts of thunderstorms are going to be coming at night rather than during the day. Look at these rain totals because it's very impressive. Kind of a bullseye of what I'm expecting is the southwest corner of Missouri, the northwest corner of Arkansas. I think half a foot of rain could absolutely be possible in these areas. Springfield, I got a range from somewhere about 2 to 4 inches of rain that could come in just a short amount of time. When you do that, you have to be concerned about flooding. That's for Springfield. That's for really most people into the Ozarks. Take a peek at the 7-day forecast. It is cold for, well, the unofficial start of summer. More chances of rain for Monday and Tuesday. We'll start to get that behind us once we get into the middle of next week.
Yeah, certainly going to be treacherous on the roadways for folks, whether they're traveling this weekend or even just sticking around here. Even the flooding potential, it sounds like, in some areas.
Yeah, I would be concerned if you're camping because watch out, those rivers can rise really fast, and if they're doing it at night while you're sleeping, you may be waking up to a messy situation.
Yeah, and that brings us to our question of the day, and that is, do you plan on traveling for the weekend? It looks like so far 85% of folks are saying no, they're sticking close to home. Yes, 15%. So as we were mentioning, whether you're sticking around the Ozarks or heading out, be careful and safe out there with that weather. Dan.
Coming up in sports, hoping to keep a winning streak alive.
The 0-1 pitch, swinging a high fly ball deep right side by Biddison.
Could Springfield keep its season best winning streak going in Tulsa?
The Fox 49 Sports Report is sponsored by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks.
Make T's Redneck Steakhouse your favorite new place to eat. Half-pound burgers, juicy steaks, fried chicken sandwiches, delicious salads, plus save you a bundle, family bundles. There's always something cooking at T's Redneck Steakhouse in Lebanon.
At Womack Monument Company, with our own highly skilled and experienced graphic artists and craftsmen, we are able to take your ideas and incorporate them into a beautiful image that reflects more about your loved one. For those you love, crafted by those who care.
Win a backyard barbecue from Color 10 at Fox 49. Every Thursday, we head out to someone's backyard.
We can feature your backyard during the forecast.
Submit a photo of your backyard to OzarksFirst.com. While you're there, you can also register for a gift basket full of great stuff from our sponsors.
We'll do the forecast while you and your friends enjoy our backyard barbecue.
The Ozarks First Backyard Barbecue, sponsored by Kinder's, Knorr, Hellman's, and Tyson Foods.
Hi, Roger here from Race Brothers. Come check out Steel's battery-powered equipment. Steel battery tools have the power to get the job done on a single charge. Each product features an integrated battery that plugs right into the wall. Mowers, trimmers, blowers, power washers. Get it all done with Steel battery-powered equipment. Don't forget our great parts and service department. We service what we sell at Race Brothers in Springfield, Carthage, and Monette. You'll like the way we do business. Tell a friend.
Race Brothers Farm and Home Supply.
Congratulations to the graduating class of 2025. Your hard work, determination, and dreams have brought you here. Midwest Technical Institute would like to congratulate all the graduates for this incredible achievement.
The Connors are here.
What? Hold on to your hat. Mazel tov!
Hi, welcome to the Connor family.
Weekdays at 4. Real people.
I'm so tired. You gotta get it together.
Isn't that why we're here?
Real cases.
Have you ever paid anyone to have sexual contact?
The results indicated there was deception noted to that question.
I want a divorce. Please get the papers.
Weekdays at 12 noon on Ozarks First.
Will you marry me? Yes. Have you idiots not seen a single romantic comedy?
Weeknights at 11 on Ozarks First. The Ozarks First Sports Report, brought to you by your Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks.
It's high in the air, deep to right. That ball is carrying. That ball is gone. It's a home run. It is
Missouri State Bears trying to avoid a Freaky Friday. Missouri State opened play this morning in the Valley Baseball Tournament by losing to Illinois Chicago 11-5. That loss sent Joey Hawkins' crew into the losers bracket, and Mo State squared off with Belmont in that must-win game. In our Bear Nation report, Missouri State took 2 of 3 from Belmont back in late March, but this one was crazy. 1-0, bottom of the second, Nick Rodriguez with this shot to right center. It's a 2-run home run to make it 2-1 Bears. Rodriguez with a 40-game hitting streak still alive. It was 8-7 Belmont, bottom of the 4th inning, bases loaded for Carter Birdman. He would go deep to left. This one is gone. That's a grand slam. That puts Missouri State on top 11-8. It was 15-8 in the 5th inning. Bases loaded again for the Bears. Dylan Robertson singles to right. Jake McCutcheon and Caden Bogenpole both come in to score to make it 17-8. 18-6 Bears, 6th inning. Bogenpole deep to straightaway center, over the wall, a 2-run homer. Missouri State stays alive. They win 20-10. Bears will play tomorrow at 2 against the loser of Murray State and Illinois Chicago. St. Louis Cardinals back on the diamond at Busch tonight. Cardinals opening a 3-game holiday series against Arizona. The Redbirds limping into the series. Losers of 3 of their last 4. They opened up the weekend just 3 games out of first in the Central. Scoreless in the 4th. Cattell Marte deep to center. Solo shot to make it 1-0 Diamondbacks. St. Louis ties it up in the 6th inning. A bases loaded walk here to Ivan Herrera. Scores Victor Scott II, and this game was tied at 1. Bases still loaded. Nolan Arenado would take this one to left center. The ball would go off the outfielder's glove, allowing Lars Nootbaar, Brendan Donovan, and Herrera all to come around to score. That made it 4-1 Cardinals. Arizona would rally late with a 2-run homer, but St. Louis holds on and wins the final 4-3. Kansas City Royals continue their road trip in Minneapolis tonight. Royals strike first in the 1st. Kevin Biggio doubles to right center. Jonathan India scores to make it 1-0 Kansas City. Twins tie it up in the 2nd. Carlos Correa deep to center. This one is gone. He's back off the injured list. Into the Royals bullpen, 1-1 game. Stayed 1-1 all the way to the bottom of the 9th inning. Minnesota's Ty France would win it for the Twins. A walk-off 2-run shot to left center. Minnesota takes it 3-1. Springfield Cardinals looking to extend their season-best winning streak in Tulsa tonight. Springfield's won 5 in a row. Cardinals had the bases loaded in the 1st. Noah Medlinger singles to left. Nathan Church makes it 1-0. 2-0 when Miguel Ugueto grounds to short. The force to 3rd brings home Medlinger. It was 3-0 Springfield. Tulsa, though, would make it 3-3 in the 4th, and then Nick Biddison would take this one deep to right center over the short fence out there. A home run to make it a 4-3 Drillers lead. Next batter is Sean McLean. He homers to left. Back-to-back homers makes it 5-3, but Springfield came back, and this game is tied 7-7 in the 9th inning. Crazy day for baseball all the way around.
We'll have to see how that score turns out. Thanks, Dan. And, of course, plenty of rain to keep you guys busy in the weather lab this weekend.
Expecting kind of some waves of thunderstorms. Thankfully, kind of those big waves are coming overnight during the daytime.
All right, thanks for joining us tonight. Be safe if you're traveling, and we will see you right back here on Monday. Have a fantastic weekend.
Welcome to Bluebell USA.